Welcome, Ji. Now I am going to talk on cyclic barrier. In first we discuss about the cyclic barrier and when cyclic barrier was introduced in Java, and also look what are the useful and which scenario we can use. We can also look how the concept behind that and with the example also. Okay, so let's start the cyclic barrier. As per the Java documentation, cyclic barrier was introduced in Java from JDK 5. Okay, so these features of the cyclic barrier was in uh, JDK from 5 onwards, and the package in which you can found the cyclic barrier is a java.util.concurrent package. This package contains this the cyclic barrier. And okay, and so what is the cyclic barrier? So in short, cyclic barrier is a synchronizer between the threads. This is the kind of if we have a multiple threads and you want to make kind of some synchronization between the threads, uh, that scenario it's a help to synchronize between the threads. Let's talking about the cyclic barrier allows a set of threads to all wait for each other a common barrier point. What do you mean by that? Let's key this is the thread T1, this is thread T2 and thread T3. They want to do something, they want to do something, they want to do something, and certain point I want at least all threes are come uh, to take some actions as well as then again may be continue, again maybe continue, again maybe continue. What's in this way? So here kind of this is the common point, this is the cyclic barrier point. So in this case we have a multiple threads and you want kind of a when reach a particular common point then do something, okay, then take some action as well as. So in this scenario you can use your cyclic variable. So also useful in the program involving a fixed set of a fixed size of the threads that must occasionally wait for each other. So generally these cyclic variable are used when you know ki these are my fixed number of threads, a fixed number of parties are to make a synchronization between that. So in this case it's useful. So first things make a thread synchronization, and also second is the you have to know the size of a thread, you can say. And also the one additional thing support here, barrier also called cyclic barrier. Why? Because it can reuse after the wait threads are released. What do you mean by that? I also explain. This is a T1 thread, this is a T2 thread, this is a T3 thread. They do something, they do something, they do something. When they reach some common point, common point, we have to take some action. We have to take some action. After that, again they are start. Again they start. Again they start. You can also make some common point here. So they kind of reuse the same barrier. Due to that, this is known as a cyclic barrier. This is the barrier, the common point where all threads are meet. And but here you can why use a cyclic, because they can again reuse after again reuse again release all the, you can say, wait condition. And one things also they support about the uh, optional called runnable actions. What do you mean by that? Runnable action means that means when all four thread or five thread fixed number of threads come on the common point, at that time we can take some action as well as, okay, or this is optional, you can leave it or you can take action as well as. So we can also take an example ki if we are not taking an action, or we can take an action. So support an optional runnable action that run once per barrier point. Okay, whenever this is the barrier point 1, this is the barrier point 2, so for each times this action can be executed. Okay, after the last thread in the party arrives, but before any before any threads are released. What do you mean by that? That means ki this is T1 thread, this is a T2 thread, this is the T3 threads. 1, 2, 3, and they do some work, they do some work, they do some work, reach one common barrier point, and common barrier point here, and after that again here we have to start our action whatever you want, and after that they are going to again resume. So here talking the before any threads are released, before starting any other threads, they are this action is executed. After some time again, if they reach the common barrier point, again this action would be executed. So it's a this is the kind of concept behind this cyclic barrier, and in short you can say cyclic variable is help to synchronize between the threads. So this is the synchronizer. So let us write some example and try to map this concept. Okay, so what example I am going to take here is a very simple example. Example, let's key I have a, just I want to print some number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, any random number you are going to the print, but I want that number should be like a, let's get the first uh, three numbers are printed, then I want to do some action, then three number are printed, then I want to do something, also three one number printed, then I want to do something. Or you can say also this is the one use case. Here I want also ki this task is done by, here if let's say I have created three threads, t1, t2, t3. So I want this task is done by another threads, and this task is done by another threads, this task done by another thread, so that threads can be used. It's not sense ki only one thread can get a chance and print all the value. I want kind of threads communication. Thread 1 print something and going to the wait, thread 2 print something, then going to the wait, then another thread come, print something, going to the wait. So one by one, as so, and whenever reach some common point after three threads we have to check. So this is the simple basic example. Let's write the code. So first writing I am going to create one common task, uh, class, let's key runnable task, task implements your runnable. Okay, runnable, and we have to override. Runnable is an interface. They have a defined one common in implementation. I have to implement the run method. Okay. So this runnable task, whenever I'm trying to say, when the your T1 task is doing something, do something. After some time, they are going to the invoke wait, await method. So what do you mean? They have a need the object of a cyclic variable. So let's give, we have a defined one private cyclic variable, and just I want to print the number, so we have to, let's key some number from starting point and the end point, how, how long this number are going to the print. Okay, you cannot say this is the infinite number, so we can take two more variables, int starting point and int your private int your end. Okay, and what we are doing, just here make a while loop and make uh, your end, let's end here, you can some limit, the max limit. Okay, and then limit, that limit is greater than 0, greater than 0, and then we have to just like the print your start point and then plus plus. Okay, and this way this is a class. Okay, so this is and here let's what I'm going to do, here let's key, now let's key and print one number. Now the thread is going to the wait, so here I'm going to say our cyclic variable dot await, and this await method throws some exception, so we have to catch him, right? And the second we have to also take constructor and show. Now these are my enable task. Okay, here what I'm doing, just I'm getting some number, we are going to increment number and waiting, so that next thread take a chance, whenever next thread take a chance, print numbers, start number, you can say, and again wait, third take a chance, depend upon the number of threads, they are going to the do something and wait. This is a while loop until your number of times you want. Let's see here, I am going to do create your first runnable task object, task runnable task, and this take a constructor your cyclic variable, so we have created your cyclic variable equal to new cyclic variable, and the cyclic variable in constructor we have to pass, as I already told, we have to fix size thread key when, let's keep, I want reach a common point when three threads are reached to the particular four threads, so we have to pass here thread count, so here I am passing that case three threads, here I am pass the your cyclic variable, and let's say I am your starting point from 1, let's say I want to print the 10 digits. Okay, and now just we have to start our threads. So how to start, use the keyword new thread and dot start, and here we have to pass our task, watch task, and pass task, and also give the thread name, so that this is the T1 thread. Similarly, I will start a three thread, I have start T2 and T3. So now when this is done, and let's also print the some thread name key, what the thread name, which threads are printing. So let's plus thread dot your current thread name. Okay, so here I am putting the current thread names which are going to uh, display. Okay, so let's test it. This is the So it will compiling. Oh, and this is the going to infinite because in while loop we have not making the controls. This is the limit greater than, then just take a minus minus. Okay. 8 will take time. Okay. Now let's assume these are the our tens number. Okay, and this is the your number one is print t1, number two is printed by t2, and number three is printed by t3, and number four is printed by next thread, five next thread, six next thread. And let's give some space here so you know exact. Okay, and here let's here I'm going to say just like the uh, which thread going to it SOP. I'm going to say slash new line. Just take a going to wait. Just check create dot current thread name. And similarly, let's see this is the just after come out from it, out from it. So it's clear key when which thread is going to it and when it's out. Okay. Uh, let's run it. Okay. And now let's evaluate. Okay. Okay. This is the output. Look like here is the use thread one and thread three is going to be here is the that new line should be. So that is clear. There should be some new line. Okay. So we can understood the exact output. So that's here. Here is a ये thread one, thread three, and here thread one going to wait, thread two going to wait, and thread three going to wait. All three threads are wait after printing the one number, one number, one number. And after that, whenever our counter reach three threads, we have given the barrier counter three. After that, all threads are going to the out, going out. Whenever any threads going out, next thread get a chance here. Okay. So let's about key here how I can show key all threads are. So here I'm saying key this cyclic variable allow us when this three thread number up reach the common point. After that you can take some actions. Here you can pass your runnable object. So here you can pass any runnable object, and that is the barrier actions. What you want when these three threads come in the common point. So here just I am passing using the lambda expression, implement your runnable interface, and just say this out. I'm saying key uh, all thread threads are at common point. Okay, and whatever you action you want to do here, not an issue. Anything, whatever you want, you can do here. And after that, whenever this action done, after that your next cycle will start. Okay, so let's run it. Hmm. And we can observe our output. So let's here. Here your first T3 take a chance, T2 and T1. So this is the first number one get by the thread one, T2 number two get by the thread two, T3 get by thread three. After each number, they are going to wait. This is the T3 wait, T2 wait, T1 wait. These three are already in a wait stage. Then you can say all threads are at a common point. After that, all three threads are going to the out. Again, go to this thread, take a chance print, take a chance print, take a chance print. Now all threads again going to the reach the common point. This is the reach common point. Again reach a common point. So this is the you can this is the you can say we are in a cyclic variable. Here reach the common point and after that again resume to continue until the business logic is known. So due to this nature they are saying this is the cyclic variable. Barrier once reach, second barrier reach, third barrier point reach. Right? You can also make some kind of larger. Let's say here I am just right here. Here you can write a curly brace if you need some multiple lines of action if you need it. Okay, and here you can write some more point. And here you select some and just you start it. So we can check all your barrier point. So here it's visible. These are the our barrier point. This is your whenever your whenever T1 thread get a chance, then T2 get a chance. Let's see here. First is displayed by thread 1. Second number is read by thread 2. Third is thread 3. Now after each, now all thread 3 1, 3 2 are going to the wait state. Whenever all three are invoked the wait, now all reach the your common point, barrier point. And after that, they again all are out. Whenever out. And whenever one thread is going to out, get again next chance. This is the T1 take a chance, then T2 take a chance, then T3 take a chance. Whenever all come, and then again going to the wait, and after if again reach the common point, then again start releasing out. Then again thread get a chance, then common point. So this is the way you can see our barrier meet and the cyclic barrier because they are reuse again the again barrier point. So this is the very simple way to use your cyclic barrier. Here what we did, we have created a thread T1, created a T2 and created a T3. T1 do some work and T2 also do some work and T3 also do some work. I invoke, await, they are waiting for your common barrier and also await and I also await. Whenever three come on the barrier point, then your actions, this is your action define, action is taken. Here action just I am printing the key, all the come at the breaker point, and after that again they are continue working on that. Again this thread do, this thread do, this thread do work, this work, this work, this work. Then again all reach our barrier point. After some time, again barrier point, again take some action, again take action, again continue. So this way you can say, this is the now thread T1, T2, T3 here are synchronized. This is the this is due to this we can say the or barrier, cyclic barrier is a kind of synchronization. Here all threads are met, and then after again they are going to start in your own work. One work, one work, one. Again here reach the common point. This is the synchronizer point, and after that again take some action, again reuse your cyclic variable. So these are the very uh, you can say very concise way to use this cyclic variable, and these help us to uh, synchronized between the threads if we know the initial number of threads a party going to involve. So in our example, here is the three number of threads, which this we have created three. If you know the number of threads are party going to involve, and after whenever these are started, and you want to all come on the particular common point, and after that again they are started doing, again come on the some common point, and again started, again come on the some common point. So this is the cyclic barrier. See the barrier. So for using the cyclic variable, we don't do, just create the object of cyclic variable and specify the number of threads. And after that, in the or inside your thread, you have to just invoke your cyclic variable dot await method. So whenever we are invoking await method here, that means the current thread, whichever they are getting a chance after printing this data, they are going to do the wait until initially our counter is 3, our counter is 3. Okay, let's get T1 thread to get a chance and do some work. T1 get a chance, do some work. After that they invoke the thread dot await. So this counter and this counter become a here 2, and this thread is going to the waiting stage. This is the waiting. Now we'll go to the waiting stage. Maybe T2 thread get a chance and they do some action. After T2 also invoke the cyclic variable dot await. This counter become your 1, and T2 also going to the your waiting stage. Now this is also in waiting stage. Now let's give T3 get a chance and they do some work and again invoke this await method, then your counter become a 0. And whenever when T3 invoke await method, they are also going to the waiting stage. Waiting stage T3. Whenever our counter becomes 0, that time cyclic barrier if defines some actions. I want to barrier action here. I our barrier action is just printing the all the threads are at the common point. So after that this action is going to execute. After whenever this is they become 0, they are going to execute this. Whenever this action your this runnable task is completed, these three threads are come out from your waiting stage. Now again they are get a anyone get a chance. Let's get T2 get a chance. Then T2 print something. Again in our logic we have to invoke the await method. Again here your counter again reset. Whenever this thread counter is 0 and whenever this action is complete, this counter again reset your 3 automatically. And whenever let's see T2 get a chance, T2 do something, invoke await method, counter again become a 2. Let's see now after that T1 get a chance, T1 do something, invoke await method, again counter become a 1. Now after that T3 get a chance and do some action, invoke await, then counter become a 0. When a counter becomes 0, again cyclic variable have a defined barrier action, they are going to the barrier action. And whenever do barrier action, whatever in the runnable task you have written, complete it. After again reset this counter to again 3, and again all three threads are out from your waiting state. In this way, they are waiting, going to the barrier, then again all threads come out. Again, invoking the await method and go to the barrier point. Until barrier point, all the threads are in the waiting state. Whenever barrier action is performed, whenever barrier action is performed, after that your all threads again release, come out from the waiting stage. Now going to the take a chance to work. So this is the simplest way. Whenever you need your we have multiple threads and you want to kind of some synchronizations, and after that you want to some action perform. So here is the uh, you can say this is the way you can all right, here is the simplest way to write this way. This is the lambda expression we have to implement it. Okay. So hope now it's clear about the concept ki what is the cyclic barrier. Cyclic barrier is a synchronizer between the threads, and it help us if you know the fixed initial size of your threads or party. Just start those threads, and each threads have a control of this cyclic barrier. And whenever they do something, this now want to await, they invoke only one method, that is the await. That means ki now this thread want ki all other threads come at the particular point, then we can start. So hope it's clear to you. And this is from my side, and I have a and you can also play some write own code, play with a cyclic variable and take output, and try to get familiar ki how this cyclic barrier work. And whenever you are doing some exercise and then you feel comfortable, and whenever in a project, if you feel some kind of thread communications, thread cyclic synchronization a barrier required, you can implement it. Okay, so thank you for watching this video.